Good morning, everybody. It's Lynn. I'm back with you for another necklace that I'm making using beads from the GGC Treasure collection. I went ahead and started this, but I only completed half so that I could go over the other half with you. So what I've done is you can see the variety of beads I'm using here. These are all out of the GGC Treasure bag, and I'm using the chain that came in that bag also. So what I'm doing is I'm wire wrapping some of the beads, but then we're putting chain in between. Now, down here at the center, I wanted to use this beautiful pendant. I just think this thing is stunning. However, it's too small to fit on the chain that came in the box. So I'm just using a small piece of beading wire and making our centerpiece with beading wire. So I have it strung on. I already have this side completed, but I wanted to show you how I attached the chain directly to this beading wire. So what we do is we start out by putting a crimp tube on. Okay. Then we put our piece of chain on. Just put it in one of the last links that you have. And then go back through your crimp tube and some of the beads. You don't have to go through some of the beads if you don't want to. It's just how I do it. I just usually let it pop out wherever it wants to. Doesn't really matter. I just do that so I can get a good grip on it. Okay, and then just pull that on down. Okay, like that. Okay, that looks good. And now we're just going to do a normal crimp right here. Okay, so I'm putting that in that last divot there and giving it a squeeze. And then rotating it 90 degrees and closing the crimp tube down. Okay, I'm going to cut off my excess wire here. This was just a scrap piece of wire that I had, but it was more than long enough, so I decided to use it. Okay, and then we'll put a crimp cover over our crimp bead, just like we did over here. You see, here's our crimp cover right here. When you're closing your crimp covers, do it nice and slow so you have control. Don't go in there and squish it real hard because you'll ruin it. There we go. Okay, so we have our centerpiece done. And now what we want to do is continue starting here. Okay, now I'm using 20 gauge wire for that. So what I do is I just cut myself a piece. I always cut it too long, y'all know that. If you're better at judging your length, good for you. I'd rather throw wire away than not have enough to do what I want to do with it. Okay, take our round nose pliers and we're going to make a wrapped loop. So I have my wire like so. I'm going to kink it over the side, rotate my pliers up to the corner and come up and over. Rotate my pliers around and take that wire on around. Okay, then open up your loop there enough to get your chain on and put the last link on there. Close your loop back down and do a wrapped loop. Okay, cut off your excess wire and tuck your tail. We do that to make sure there's nothing that can scratch us or our clothing, because that wire will ruin clothing and it kind of hurts if it scratches you or pokes you. Well, can't get rid of that sharp edge there. There we go. Okay, now what we'll do is we'll string on our next beads. Our next set to match the other side is these 3 beads right here. So we put those on. Put those right onto your wire. And you're going to do another wrapped loop. Okay? Grab your wire like so, kink it over the side, adjust your pliers up to the corner, come up and over, rotate your pliers around and go around to the back. And then just wrap. Okay? Cut off your excess wire and tuck your tail in. Okay? All right. Now we're ready for another piece of wire. So cut yourself a piece. We're going to do a wrapped loop again. So kink over the side, adjust up to the corner, come up and over, adjust your pliers around and take it to the back. Open your loop and put the other loop on it. Close that down and do a wrap. Sometimes you have to use pliers, sometimes you can do it with your fingers, but I had to get those pliers in there to bring that on down. I almost made it too short. Be careful about that. This is why you go through wire like I do, because I hate trying to do something when I don't have enough wire to do it. Just like here. What you can do is take your pliers and just keep working it if you get it too short. It'll come around. You just have to use patience and a little bit of brute force. But you can work it down just like that. Cut off any excess and tuck your tail. Well, it's so funny, y'all. If you're doing this on your own and nobody's watching you, everything goes perfectly. You put that camera on and inevitably something is going to get you aggravated. It never fails. Okay, put on our next group of beads. Well, okay. And we're ready to do another wrapped loop. Kink it over the side, adjust to the corner, up and over, rotate your pliers around and take it to the back. Now here we want to attach another piece of chain. And what I did was I cut my pieces of chain before I started so that I could make sure that they were the same size. Okay, close that down and wrap. Okay, cut off your excess and tuck your tail down. How have you guys been doing? You know, you don't have to have these beads to do this. You don't have to use the same materials. It's just giving you, you know, something that's a different design than anything we've done before. And I'll tell you, I just love this piece right here. Gina does an amazing job. No doubt about it. That girl's got some talent. Okay. All right, we're ready to move on. So we got to get another piece of wire. You guys, we are almost there to our 1,000 mark. We only need about, I don't remember how many, but not very many. So I expect within the next week or so, we'll be doing a giveaway. And I'm so excited. Okay, make that wrapped loop. Open him up and attach him to your chain that you just put on your necklace. Close that back down and wrap. I wanted to mention too, Cindy, I have not forgot that you had asked me about an S made of seed beads. I just haven't found anything yet, but I'm continually looking. I have myself a note right here so I don't forget. But until I find something that I think we can do, I'm not going to even try. I am not good at writing patterns for seed beads myself. I'm just not that advanced with it. So I've got to find one from somebody that knows what they're doing because I don't. Okay, we're ready for our next grouping of beads on this piece of wire. What I did when I was picking out the beads is I tried to get the ones that, really went real pretty with this pendant, pulling out the blues and greens, because y'all know those are my colors. I love blue and green. All right, we're ready to do another wrapped loop. Kink it over the side, adjust your pliers, bring it up and over, turn your pliers around, take it to the back, and wrap. You guys can see how quickly this came together because we're using so much chain. And these beads are gorgeous. But they are dainty, so you have to take that into consideration in your designs. Okay, let's get another piece of wire. We have 2 more sets of wrapped loops to do, and our necklace is going to be done. I can't wait to see it finished. I really do like it. Okay, let's make a wrap loop. Up and over, around to the back. Open it up a little bit and put our last link on there. Oops. Close him down and wrap. Okay. Cut off our excess wire. Now, if you wanted to, you could make this using simple loops too. Or you could use jump rings to attach it. I mean, there's a lot of different ways you can do it. I was trying to do it directly onto each piece because if you don't have anything that can come open, you have a very secure piece. Okay, we've got our beads on there. Let's wrap. Kink it, move your pliers, up and over, move your pliers, go around to the back, and wrap. And like I said, I'm using 20 gauge wire, so it's pretty strong. You could get by with 22 gauge if you don't have 20 gauge and you want to use 22. I don't think I would go any lighter than that, but that's your call. Okay, we have 1 more wrapped loop to do. Okay. We start out by making a wrap loop. Kink it over to the side, adjust your pliers, up and over, turn your pliers around, take it to the back. Open up your loop, slide on the last loop, close it, and wrap. Cut off your excess. Tuck any sharp things down. This is at the back of your neck, so you don't want to get stuck with one of these pieces of wire. It will hurt. Okay, we'll put on the last of our beads. This necklace is going to be real pretty if you have short hair too, because you've got these sparkly beads the back of your neck. My hair is long, but I wear it up a lot, so it's still going to show if I do that. Okay, our last loop, kink it over the side, adjust your pliers to the corner, come up and over, rotate your pliers, take it to the back, open up your loop, and put your clasp on. I'm using the little toggle clasp that came in the bag, and wrap. Okay, cut off your excess, tuck down the wire. Okay. And look at that. Here we go. Our gorgeous necklace is done. I hope you guys like this. I just think it's cute. Here we go. All right. And put the beads together however you want them. You don't have to do what I do. I just want to give you a technique, an idea of something that's a little bit different from anything we've done before. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. If you have any questions, please leave me a comment. Otherwise, I hope you have a great day. Remember to take good care of yourselves. You know, we can't get our health back if we lose it. So we have to ensure that we stay as healthy as we can. All right, you guys take care. I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.